mara masi angale ngeke badlale kanje.
Jwale ke naela bro. Hey! Naela! Naela ke pula. Ye wena, let's go ke pula. Come on. Ye wena. Oh! Nyama. Re tshwara le ka matso. Arielo. Tate koso.
Hola bafethu. Yeah, bafethu. Let's do this, guys. Orlando Pirates traveled. And yeah, we came up with a win. Let's do a little bit of an analysis of how the game went, what my key moments. Kato, Mr. Mafelong, how are you doing, Chief?
First and foremost, I'd just like to say, Wala Bafethu, your 2.0, the one and only Mafelong is here. It's always good to be part of the channel, Bafethu. It's always good to be having these chats with y'all, sharing what our views are, and having to engage with y'all means a lot to us. But just to get into the game, I would just like to commend Pirates. Number one, congratulations for the victory. For me, this was a brave win for them. By brave, I don't mean that we were challenged in any way, as we're gonna unpack everything that actually happened. I just wanted to say that I commend each and every player that was there, that was on the field, that put out their hearts. We see you. And I think we had a very beautiful match.
Mr. Coach, what do you make of the game?
Abatabil, Kotakori, Babina Bari, happy people. We had a very clear mandate, bro. Get an advantage and clean sheet. We stole a win. I couldn't be happier, man. Shout out to the gents. Incredible performances. Everybody went out there to go fight for the badge. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, for me, if I had to summarize the game the way I saw it, you guys can see there with the stats that they had most of the possession, most of the shots. It looks like a very dominant performance when it comes to them. But that first half flattered them a lot. I said during the watch along, please make sure to catch the watch along, guys. I was saying during the watch along that first half is the most they're ever gonna attack Pirates in those people's careers, unless we see each other again next season. But they were doing a lot of attacking, doing a lot of we kind of went into the game a bit late into the watch along, but from get-go all we were seeing was attacking. But I like the fact that they were attacking out wide and they didn't score for a reason. I'm sorry, they were getting unlucky, and they deserved to score in the first half. So yeah, so in order to summarize that, first half they were dominating. They had more shots and everything. Second half, even though the possession was still theirs, they weren't doing anything with it. So yeah, that's how I'd give a little bit of a summary. But I'd like y'all to go a little bit into more detail in terms of where they lost the game and where we won it. So, Mr. Kato, where did they lose it? What should they have done?
One thing about Buccaneers is that we are unpredictable, number one. I'm going to put in a few just pointers going into what they should have done.
Yes, sir.
To weaken us, that they didn't. To break out or to make us weak, they had the first half.
The whole first half. That was
at least put in 2 goals to make it a bit difficult for us to come back. I don't think after the 2 goals we would have had the drive to want to even dominate the game as much as we or the outcome came out to be like. The first half, they had the ball, they had the possession, they had the chances. I believe they were about 60 plus.
Possession.
The ball possession was quite high.
Yeah, and the first half it was 66.
Yes, and they had quite a number of
10 shots.
Good moments, but not great moments.
Yeah.
And the great moments affected their game going forward because then we then knew what they were lacking, and that's how we then turned the game around, and we used just the little opportunities that we got to make the most out of the game. So yeah,
So you think they should have just taken a chance?
the first half,
Yeah.
they should have done what they should have did what they needs to be done. They need to have to cook.
They just, it doesn't matter whether it's a penalty, doesn't matter whether by Ropile
Every
they
chance
were
that they
supposed to
got.
at least score 1 or 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I think they lost it.
Yeah, feeling Mr. Coach. Where did we outsmart them, outplay them today?
We beat them in the change room before we even got onto the pitch. Mfethu, indaba sometimes lama ngikhuluma ngathi into engiyikhuluma ayikho. Labantu laba mfethu akuna next lacho. They could have spent 3 weeks on the pitch. They were never going to get a goal, bro. Because we only had one job.
Yeah.
Is to make sure that we don't concede. And how we accomplished that was that we were very resolute in defense. In fact, so that back three that goes into a back five was excellent. Our CDMs Mbata, Makaula, and this incredible.
Oh, Makaula.
And they were incredible. In fact, so
Damn.
like I'm saying, all we have to do, tell Pins Mabelu.
Like
Poor
you
Jena.
can, like you were saying, they could have spent 3 weeks analyzing us.
Look, in fact, so they're a team that, for me, I said this in the preview.
So
They're not a technically gifted side.
they are.
They are technically.
They what? How do you keep so much possession without being technically gifted?
Okay, fair.
Sure.
Maybe wrong choice of words. What I meant was,
They don't have special players.
yeah, they're not special players. In fact, so
Yes.
again, they all they did was play sideways.
Like Mang Di Man. I saw keep Rezunon.
It's just the point I'd like to add.
Oh, but
Lebo.
how about riding? XG mfethu, in modern football, the quality of chances. They had 10 shots. I
They
think
actually created one big chance.
I think
2
twin-
big chances, one in the first half. Yeah.
honestly throughout that first half, especially because that's
And
when
one of them we actually gave it to them.
yeah, exactly.
And
So
they couldn't
if you
speak
look
the
at
dinner,
if you look at how they were playing in Fetune, all they had was go out wide and play the cross into the middle. Every cross they played was met by that great wall over there. They lacked an individual player who could maybe take on 2 or 3 players. A player that could get on they try to take shots from outside. So I think from our side we won. We won it because first of all we made sure that we were very solid at the back, didn't leave any room. And coming into the second half, it was very clear that the coach had some more to them. We became a lot more. We had a lot more conviction in terms of our breaking out. How Karashab in the first half, we weren't just sitting back. We would leave a player or two, more than one player, 2 players in that center line waiting for the break, and it was a game where we were going to win it from 1 or 2 moments, and exactly what happened. So yeah, I'm fit too. I think Jose, another masterclass from him. He did his homework really well. Nothing the opposition could have done. If we look at individual player quality, Vela, we were at a higher level, so they were going to have to do it as a team, and there was not chances. So, yeah, I think
I'm gonna give I like that, and I think if I had to top it off, when it comes to a battle of managers, we play our formations. If you play what I expected you to play, I'm going to obviously do what I expect to do to beat that. But then if things don't go my way, depending on who is the favorite or who the onus is on, whoever the onus is on is supposed to make the first change. That guy wouldn't have expected Jose at 16 minutes and not.
he should have.
Can I add?
He should have. If he was more proactive than Jose rolled the dice. He was like, you know what, Coco Melon.
He was already solid at the back.
He was already solid.
He was
at the
already.
back.
So he's like, you're not gonna break me.
Yeah,
I'm going to make you run out of ideas.
sure.
So when they didn't know how now to break us, because they tried going wide, both sides, we were just too strong.
Yes.
So they came into the middle, hoping that they would either make us cause fouls, so that they can beat us on
Set pieces
because
which
they
they
are
were
bit-
crap at.
because they were a bit taller. They
I
lacked
tall and lazy for nothing.
They lacked a number 10.
Yeah.
A number 10 who's going to then think out of the box to say, we're moving in this way and we're not really being or getting to where we need to get to. So let's change or switch up the game.
Brave player.
They went out to study us with our main players.
Yeah. I mean,
Jose Fulachina by player every day.
yeah. So yeah. I do agree with you. And so for Jose to be able to roll a dice like that. First.
He made such perfect change.
First blood all the way there, because we were like, kill them in 2 minutes. He was like, "Now keep on in 2 minutes in the second half." After I have proven Uguta can shut them out, Danko, because any other manager waits for them to make a change and then adapt to that. That meant don't turn the tables. Danko, Mr. Jose, we will give you a very good rating when the time comes. And with that said, I think it's time to go, boys.